Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Martin D. Tulai Field for this varsity football contest between the Northeast High School Northern Eagles and your St. Paul's Crusaders here on SPSN, the St. Paul Sports Network. I'm Alton Bowser, along with Pat Walsh, head of our boys middle school and middle school football coach. So, Mr. Walsh, what should we be looking for out of this SP team for this home season opener?
Yeah, really excited for today's game. Obviously, coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to St. Albans in double overtime. But here's another non-league game for the Crusaders to hopefully be ready for the league season, which starts in 2 weeks against Curly.
Yeah, you have any standout players you're looking for to see some big plays out of today?
Yeah, it definitely starts with the quarterback, Eli Livingston, and just a whole slew of athletes that he can get the ball to. But between Lamar West, Hayden Myers, Andrew Cooper, Karan Wheeler, definitely the playmakers on the offensive side for St. Paul's. In my conversations with Coach Keenan yesterday, he did say that a huge key to this game and something that he wants to see out of his guys is O-line blocking, specifically on the run. I think that's something they struggled with last week against St. Albans. They definitely did some damage through the air, but weren't able to really establish the run. So that's something I look forward to seeing today.
Yeah, I know we have a handful of running backs, really strong, explosive guys, but at the end of the day, it does come down to that lineman blocking for them, see if they can really be productive on the run today.
Defensively, I'm looking forward to, again, the front four of St. Paul's providing pressure, stopping the running game in Northeast. Last week, especially in the first half, St. Paul's struggled with some deep balls, especially when the quarterback got outside of the pocket. Talking to defensive coordinator Coach London Fitzhugh, he spoke to me about a real key all week was working scramble drill, and especially when they're in cover three, keeping those wide receivers in front of them and reacting to the throw, not getting caught up, eyes in the backfield, looking at the quarterback, getting sucked up and allowing wide receivers to get behind them, which did happen a couple times, unfortunately, in the first half last week.
Yeah, it is really important for that secondary to stay in their roles there. Also, some key players out of this game, 2 injured players. Daniel Hensley out for the season, projected with the MCL and ACL tear from last game. I think it was first few snaps of the game. Also, Will Cole expected to return in about 2 weeks with a torn labrum. He's on the sideline today. I think both of them are.
Yeah, Carter Pancake, I believe, is injured as well. He had a knee injury last week, one of their big defensive and offensive linemen. And that was a key that Coach Keenan said, that one of his main goals is to get out of here healthy, then have pretty much a bye week with consulting trips and junior retreats and senior college visits, and then have a week to get back into it for the start of their conference play against Curly. This is a real game. This goes to St. Paul's record. This is what it's all about, but at the same time, it's really getting ready for the league season so they can look to get back to the playoffs like they did last year and hopefully even make a run at the championship.
Yeah, it looks like captains are going to walk out in just a minute here, but it definitely is kind of in between a preseason and a regular season game. They're still playing some hard football, but making sure they get into that conference play with a good, healthy team.
Being here, actually spent my entire morning on the soccer field watching girls' youth soccer, and it is hot and humid out. So I am looking forward to see how the depth plays out in this game. I'm sure Coach Keenan and Coach Fitzhugh are looking to use some of their reserves. Some of the two-way starters, I'm sure, won't be playing as much two-ways as they may have last week. It's also been a very mild preseason for these guys, which is nice on a day-to-day basis, but I don't know if they're ready for this heat. So be looking at that as you watch this game. Definitely good chance of cramping amongst players. Definitely going to need to use multiple linemen in and out of the game. So just something to keep an eye on as the game gets going.
Right, I see we have the tent set up for the guys down there. Now, the water jug, I'm sure everybody will be frequenting the water today just to stay physically able to keep playing. Looks like we're gonna do the national anthem here.
St. Paul's wins the toss and defers. At this time, we ask that you all please rise if you're able and direct your attention to the American flag located next to our scoreboard as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
It looks like St. Paul's will start on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach Wilson gathering the kickoff team here. Think
Stay on secondary for a second.
Austin Daniel will handle the kickoff duties for St. Paul's. Real interesting watching the NFL games these last couple days. The new rule with the touchback going out to the 35 has really changed kickoffs. That's not a high school rule right now, but I was taken aback watching those games how the kickoffs looked like high school kickoffs because the kickers were just trying to put them down to the 10 or 5 yard line. So looking forward to see where Austin can get this kick to start this game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely incentivizes teams to, well, it's a harder job for the kickers as well. You gotta really stick it down there because obviously the returning team is greatly incentivized to take the touchback.
Yeah, you're penalized for putting it in the end zone. So it's cool. Didn't see any real long runbacks, but it is nice to see it be a play again rather than guys just jogging down the field as the ball goes through the uprights.
It's like Northeast lining up with 2 men deep, looking for the return.
My eyes are on Bargansky and Meyer right here in the middle, looking to lay a big hit.
Yeah, some huge hitters, linebackers. Man gets to around the 30 before taken down and driven a while back. Down at about the 20, forward progress might put him at about the 25.
Yeah, number 81, Karsten Hiltner, on the main hit there, but it really was a slew of Crusaders who took him down.
Yeah, we broke through that pretty quick. Cruzy's now lining up for defense.
Northeast runs a very similar offense to us. Shotgun spread, usually one running back in the backfield. Here we got trips to the defensive left.
Here's the snap, quick handoff. Doesn't make it very far. Maybe a gain of about a yard before taking down Rashad Jones with the main stop on the play there.
Yeah, Bobby Cunningham just plugged his A-gap, and Rashad just twisted a little bit over the nose to make that tackle. So great job setting the tone on the first play by the defensive line there.
Two receivers on either side of the ball now. Here's the snap, quarterback scrambling. It looks like he's going to try to break through, taken down by Wheeler.
Great job by Karan Wheeler there to pressure the quarterback but not get too wide. He went upfield and the quarterback tried to duck inside him, and he was able to chase him down for only a gain of 1. Sometimes DNs are trying to get to the quarterback so hard that they go way too far upfield, basically creating a hole for the quarterback to run through.
We have Stack on this right side. Yet again, the coverage has been looking pretty good so far. Denying the throw. Drops back, tries to scramble again. One missed tackle, and he's taken down about a gain of 2 yards.
Both pass plays, my eyes have been pretty much on the defensive line, just creating initial pressure, not giving the Northeast quarterback any time to really make any reads downfield. That was a concern of Coach Keenan's. The Northeast quarterback is very athletic, but he still needs to be able to get a 3-step drop and get his eyes downfield. We've been in his face on both passing plays.
Right, and it looks like this punt team's going to come out for Northeast. A great first showing for this St. Paul's defense.
Landon Blue deep to receive. He actually had a kick return for a touchdown last week.
Ball's going to bounce to about the 15 and out of bounds. See what this offense can do on the first drive.
Really nice punt there by Jake Merzeski. He was actually all-county punter last year in Anne Arundel County. Landon Blue definitely wasn't deep enough to start there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great punt. I don't think Cruzies were expecting that one.
So Eli Livingston leading the Crusader offense out into the field.
So they break the huddle.
Trips to the offensive left.
Quick handoff. Gain of about 5 yards. That was about 6 yards.
Just with a zone right there for Lamar West. Good push from the offensive line. Again, exactly kind of what Coach Keenan was hoping to see to start this game.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar West, super athletic guy, super explosive once he gets the ball. He'll be a big factor for this offense today. Man in motion now, gets the shove. Gets taken down for no gain in yardage.
It's a speed sweep looking to go to Landon Blue there. Just too much penetration from the Northeast right defensive end. I'll get better with their names as the game goes along, but it looks like that was number 6, Elijah Terry. 3rd and 9, looking like a pass situation here.
Yeah, by the time he was looking to get up the field on the outside there, looks like the whole defense had broke through. 3 receivers on this right side. Drops back in the pocket. One deep. Oh, and the ball's dropped. Looked like a great route. He really beat his man there. Andrew Cooper just can't bring that one in. Looked like a really good play from the Crusaders, though.
Yeah, they lined up trips to the right, which isolated Coop on the left there. He ran a post pattern. I don't know if he was in zero coverage or the safety just shaded the trips too much. Throw may have been about a yard in front. Still a pass that Andrew's probably going to tell you he should have caught, and I'm sure he will if he gets another opportunity later in the game.
For sure.
Look for that to be a matchup the Crusaders try to exploit.
Here's a punt, gets about to the 45, bobbled, and taken down by Justice Laster, the junior. Great tackle there.
Fantastic hustle to get down the field there by Justice Laster. When I initially saw that hit coming, I thought it was going to result in a fumble because I don't know if the Northeast return man ever fully tucked it away after the initial bobble, but obviously did, and now Northeast starts with the ball on the Crusader 42 or 43-yard line.
Northeast probably going to try to run the ball. They do have 4 receivers out. Here's the snap, handed off, and taken down quickly by Johnny Miles, partial with Rashad Jones as well.
Yeah, again, just initial penetration from Rashad Jones, tripping up the running back, and then Johnny finishing it up. Rashad, as big and strong as he is incredibly quick off the ball and is able to shoot that A or B gap wherever he gets lined up.
Right, I mean, this run defense has been looking really good so far. Yet another handoff. Breaks it through the first guy. Looks like about a gain of 3 yards. Taken down about the 41.
A little bit different blocking scheme on that run play from Northeast, where they were blocking straight ahead, almost in an isolation look, rather than the side-to-side zone that Rashad was able to get penetration on. So a little bit better result, but we'll take a 2.5, 3-yard rush defense all game.
Drops back in the pocket now. Heaves one out.
Oh,
great defensive play there from Landon Blue. Gets his hand up. Bats that one down. Looked like a pretty good throw as well.
Fantastic defensive awareness by Landon Blue. Looked like the Crusaders were in cover 2 there, where Blue drops to the flat, and he had a man there. And then when the ball went up in the air, he redirected his feet, adjusted the ball, and knocked it away. Interesting to see if this punter obviously had a great boot the first time, if he can pin the Crusaders here.
Yeah, I mean, looks like it doesn't come off too cleanly. They are going to let it roll out. It's about the Crusader 14. It's where we'll start our second drive this game.
Bobby Cunningham busted through the line there. I'm not sure whether he got a piece of it or not, but I think he definitely messed up the timing of the punter. Look for that in future punts. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets his hands on one if he didn't that time.
Be interested to see what the play call is here after a reasonably unsuccessful last drive.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to Cooper.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. Looks like a fake handoff. And they find Landon Blue. Hits a gap. Gets about 11 yards on the play. Great play.
Simply called a key 3 there. Lined up with trips to the offensive right. And basically we have 3 guys out here. You have two defensive backs. If our 2 wide receivers can get their block, we're going to get it to one of our best athletes as quickly as possible and let him go to work. Landon was like 1 step away from making that an 80-yard touchdown run, but we'll take the 10-yard pickup.
Livingston drops back, and the pass barely incomplete. Aiden Gilmer, the intended target.
That's a pass Eli would love to have back. Simple slant bubble combination there for the Crusaders. Great route by Gilmore. And had some space, just off by about a yard from Eli.
Yeah, again, a great route. Finding the separation there. Eli drops back yet again, scrambling out to the right side. It looks like he's going to run it. A big gain. Looks like he almost got 10, probably about 8 yards before taken down.
Looks like it is a first down. Livingston didn't find anybody to throw to initially, and then just an incredible athlete that he is, was able to roll to his right and pick up the 10 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's a super athletic guy, committed to Maryland for baseball. Still, obviously, a great player on the football field, and that athleticism definitely helps him on those scramble-type plays.
I was also happy to see that he ran hard, but he didn't look like to run over anybody at the end there. Sometimes Eli's so tough he can get himself in trouble. Great pass over the middle.
Angelo Bartlett found. He's still going. Spins. And a big gain. It's like about 35, 40 yards. Wide open in the middle of the field. A huge gain for the Crusaders.
Jackson Angelo Bartlett, another great baseball player for the Crusaders. And a fantastic athlete. Great play there by Livingston to buy some time in the pocket, step up. I think Northeast was thinking he was going to scramble again, but he kept his eyes upfield and found Jackson right in the middle at about the 40-yard line, who ran it down to the 26.
Handoff. Breaks one tackle. Another good gain of about 6 yards to Lamar West.
Again, as I said at the beginning of the game, it'll be interesting to see whether St. Paul's continues to try and run the ball, although it can be, with the success they've had with the pass and scrambling, it can be easy to just keep chucking it up. But again, this game is about preparing for the league season, and they want to see what their offensive line can do with the run blocking.
For sure, will. Looks like Miss Cat, the athletic trainer, is going to come onto the field.
Looks like she's being called over to the northeast sideline. Some issue over there. Imagine it's pretty serious if they need her, maybe some type of concussion concern. But who knows? Don't want to speculate about an injury.
Yeah, I just saw Dean Spate run off the field for the Crusaders as well. I'm not sure if those two have something to do with each other anyways. 3 receivers on the right side. Livingston drops back to Cooper. Cooper finds it
Touchdown.
for the touchdown.
Same concept that they tried on 3rd down in the first drive. Trips away from Andrew Cooper, get him isolated, and that was a great ball by Eli, and even greater footwork by Andrew. Andrew, who's a very talented basketball player, basically just boxed out the cornerback as the ball was coming. Eli put it right in his chest, and Coop fell into the end zone. A great play there for the touchdown, and as I said, Coop was definitely going to come back and redeem himself after that 3rd down incompletion on the first drive.
Yeah, he really gave his defensive back no chance. And the kick's good from Quinn Clark.
Good PAT there from Quinn Clark. Definitely wasn't the most beautiful looking PAT, but it got through. Point counts, no pictures on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I've been talking to the guys. I mean, they said he's pretty automatic from that range. Definitely plays a big part in high school football. Some teams without a kicker, you just got to go for the 2 points, and it might put you out of some free points. Lucky to have a kicker at all, but a good one in Quinn Clark.
Absolutely. Austin Daniel now to take the kickoff duties.
Again, those same guys, Hayden Myers, Liam Bargansky. The kick is caught, gets to about the 30, taken down. Another great tackle from Justice Laster, I believe.
Yeah, Justice Laster, who was on the near side far end of the kickoff team, his job is outside contain. He cannot let the return guy get outside of him. He did a fantastic job getting downfield, forcing him in, and then making the tackle. That's two fantastic special teams tackles by Justice Laster.
For sure, definitely a huge piece of that special teams. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick pass, and it's dropped.
Number 11 there, Nathan Dooms, was lined up in a tight slot position, a formation I have not seen from Northeast yet in this game. Look for that to be a big tell, because that was a delayed screen they were trying to set up, try and take advantage of the aggressiveness of the St. Paul's defensive line. I don't think the throw was perfect, but it definitely was catchable.
Yeah, could have. He was probably not going to be able to run much after the catch. There he was surrounded by a few guys, and man in motion gets can't quite get the outside. A great tackle from Landon Blue made.
Yeah, it's almost like on this series, Northeast has changed their approach a little bit, getting a little bit tighter with their slots and their splits. Not a wishbone formation, but almost like a spread wishbone. I'm not great with the verbiage anymore now that I've been away from high school coaching. But now they're back into their spread formation with two receivers on both sides.
Yeah, 3rd and 11 here. Almost certainly going to have to go for a pass. It's dropped. Looked like that man was going to get taken down pretty quickly anyways. But another great stop for this Crusader defense.
So now the Northeast Eagles to punt again. Again, last punt, Bobby Cunningham either got a small piece of it or came very close. So something to look for right there. Number 50 right in the middle of the defensive line.
Yeah, Lamar West definitely backed up a good 10, 15 yards from where we saw him last time, anticipating the big punt now.
High snap.
The punter's going to run with it and get taken down. A great tackle there made by Hayden Myers, pushing him out of bounds. Risky play from Northeast, but...
Yeah, I don't think that was an intentional fake. I think it was a high snap. And by the time he landed and collected the ball, Karan Wheeler was right in his face, ready to block the punt. So he took off and came very close to getting the first down on that broken play. Fantastic hustle, fantastic tackle from Hayden Myers there.
Yeah, I don't think I can say that one was intentional either. Just couldn't quite get the snap in the right spot fast enough. Anyway, Crusaders are going to start with it on the offensive 37. Livingston drops back. Looks like he's going to run it. He has space and a blocker in front. Takes a hit, but gain of about 15 yards.
Again, Eli Livingston showing his athleticism. Looks like a late flag. See what that is.
Ball will be spotted at the 26.
I don't know if that flag was called on a coach or a player. I do not think it was a late hit on Livingston as he went out of bounds, because then they would have thrown the flag a lot earlier. I don't know if there was somebody chirping from the sideline of the Eagles calling for a hold on that run or what, but obviously costly. 15-yard personal foul that is half the distance will be at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, can't quite be 100% sure what it was on, but benefits the Crusaders huge here now in the red zone again.
Real chance to just break the Northeast Eagles' will right here with a touchdown.
Man in motion. Livingston The pass is dropped in the end zone.
Great scramble there by Great scramble by Livingston. Found Angelo Bartlett, usually very sure-handed receiver. Just unfortunately dropped that. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. It looks like the Crusaders were called for a hold during Livingston's scramble. I do think it would be interesting if the last personal foul was on a coach who was complaining about a hold, and then on the next play, you actually get a hold. So that'd be interesting. I'd still love to know what that personal foul was.
Yeah, it was really unsure. It looked like Livingston maybe had a scramble opportunity for about 3 or 4 yards, didn't take it, found a great pass in the end zone, just unlucky drop there. Got quite a bit to go now. Landon Blue in motion yet again. Livingston finds him, taken down for minimal gain, if any.
Yeah, Blue went in motion, trying to get a head start to run to the flat. Great play by number 6 on Northeast, Elijah Taylor, who read that and came up and made the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like about second down and maybe
about 19 or 18. They still can get a first down before they score.
Yeah, if they get down at about the 2-yard line. The handoff, he's still going, finds Kai Shaw.
Backup running back Kai Shaw comes in for the rep. Good hard run for about 8 or 9 yards. Good push from the Crusader offensive line there. Again, I talked about the heat. Lamar West is a two-way starter, so it's really important to have a capable guy who can take some quality runs away from him, and that was a great run by Kai Shaw. 3rd and 10 or 11 is a lot different than 3rd and 18 or 19.
Yeah, we got it. Wide receivers stacked on the right side of the field. Livingston looking to the left to Cooper. Cooper almost brings it in.
Andrew Cooper, great effort there. Again, using his big frame and athleticism. Had the ball, and just a fantastic, really, tip your cap to the Northeast defensive back as Cooper's going to the ground. He ripped the ball away. Good play both ways. Interesting here, 4th and 11, foregoing an attempt at about a 28-yard field goal to go for it. Karan Wheeler is in the game up at the top on the right. Cooper's on the left. Those are 2 athletic guys to throw the ball up to in the end zone, so look for that.
Yeah, great targets on this kind of play. Livingston's looking to the right. The pass just tipped with Angelo Bartlett, the intended receiver. Can't quite bring it in.
Frustrating end of the drive there for the Crusaders. Obviously, the holding penalty hurt, but they definitely feel like they should have come away with points there. And a great stand by Northeast, showing some real toughness as the Crusaders looked like they were cruising, ready to go up by 2 touchdowns. Northeast got the stop, so they'll have the ball back with a chance to go down and tie.
Yeah, defense has been looking pretty strong so far. About 1:30 for this drive in this quarter. Man in motion, fakes, and the pass is completed. Taken down by Lamar West.
Little slant over the middle there. I am not sure whether the Crusader linebackers had blitzed or whether they got pulled out of their hook to curl zone, but right in that hole in the defense is where the ball was caught. Successful play for Northeast.
Yeah, the handoff now. That play broken apart really quickly by Bobby Cunningham yet again. The senior making big plays on the line already.
Bobby Cunningham and Rashad Jones doing a great job on the interior.
Rashad Jones seeing his first full year of varsity football, injured for last season. The pass dropped on the outside there. Looked like the man had a blocker for him as well.
Attempted a little bubble screen there. Lyndon Barganski was in great position, but the ball was dropped. Karan Wheeler checks back into the game at defensive end. 3rd and 11 here. Both DNs, Karan and Cole Edwards, will do a jet technique, it's called, where you get a little bit wider. It's all pass. I'm going after the quarterback. I'm not too worried about my C-gap responsibility here.
Right, you see that. Man breaks through. Wheeler brings him down. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards.
Again, great technique there by Karan. Takes a good angle at the quarterback, squeezes him down, forces him to step up, and then chases from behind.
Yeah, as you say, Wheeler and Cole Edwards, two big men on the basketball court, probably looking the varsity team this winter.
Yeah. Northeast looks like they're going to let this clock run down in the first quarter. So while we have this time, I do just want to shout out how many of these football players are fantastic multi-sport athletes as well. A school like St. Paul's with our smaller enrollment, our athletes need to play multiple sports. We actually had a middle school assembly on Thursday where the fall captains came to speak to the middle schoolers. And that was one of the main themes they talked about. The advice they gave to our boys is, don't let all the noise cause you to want to specialize in a sport and only play one sport and train all year for it. Have fun with your friends, play multiple sports, try new things, even all the way through into high school. I mean, you look at Quinn Clark, I think he's a soccer player naturally and was actually the manager for the varsity soccer team that won the championship last year, and now he's out kicking for the varsity football team. So it's so nice to see so many of these talented basketball players, lacrosse players, baseball players, all different athletes on this football team contributing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a huge percentage of these guys, definitely above 50%, are great multi-sport athletes. Northeast is going to be spotted at the 37, for this drive. For this punt, sorry. And Lamar West leaves it. Looks like it's going to stay pretty much where it landed at about the 33, where the Crusaders are going to start this drive.
I get the sense here that the Crusaders, are up 7-0 on the scoreboard. But again, to what we talked about at the beginning of the game, St. Paul's wants to play their best game today. Win or lose, they want to show where they are at this point in the season. Last non-league game before the games really start to count in 2 weeks. And I get the sense that they're not too happy with how that first quarter went. Some real bright spots, but still not being able to close out drives. So watch them go down the field here.
Looks like a false start from 2 men on Northeast here.
Okay, still be first down for St. Paul's. Just want to give a shout out to Ned Doherty and Jack Bartlett, 2 St. Paul's alums, established athletes and SPSN members watching from Dickinson College.
Lamar West picks it up, gets about 14, still going, and a great run there, super explosive from West. And he finds the first down.
Kai Shar checking in for Lamar here. Look for possibly the same exact play.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Most of these runs are at least semi-successful in about 4 or 5 yards. Good gain from nearly every run here. 2 receivers on either side. So the wind picks up. Maybe that'll affect the ball. They'll hand off to Shaw. Shaw finds about 3 yards before getting taken down.
Bring up 2nd and 8 here. Wouldn't be surprised for some type of rollout. Give Livingston the chance to throw or run. Again, that balance between, do we just chuck it up each play, something that we probably won't be able to do against better competition during the league season, or do we try to establish the run?
Landon Blue coming to this right side. Quick slant to Cooper. Cooper finds the first down.
And he's going to break it.
He's going to
break it.
He's going to the 20, the 10, and a touchdown for Andrew Cooper.
Same concept the Crusaders have tried numerous times today. Trips away from Andrew Cooper, leaving him isolated against one cornerback. Great play call there by Coach Keenan, because the last couple times they've run that, Cooper's gone vertically down the field. This time he switched his pattern to a slant to get the first down, and then just broke one tackle and was gone. Fantastic play by Andrew Cooper.
Yeah, it looked like the rest of the Northeast defense kind of expected him to get taken down there, breaks the tackle, and he's gone. Quinn Clark for the extra point now. Good hold, and it looks like it's good. 2 for 2 on the day.
Again, fantastic play call there also because, or the reason you're able to make a play call like that is you have numerous athletes at wide receiver in your backfield. When Landon Blue goes in motion there, the Northeast defense has to respect that, which leads Cooper to make the catch and only have to break one tackle and then just show off his speed down the sideline. That was awesome.
Right, 3 dangerous receivers on this right side of the field really drew the coverage over, and Cooper capitalizes. Austin Daniel for the kickoff now. It's a low kick, but it'll work. Reads the bounce. Northeast going to take it to about the 30. Takes a big hit. Still getting driven back. Looks like that play will be called dead. Not half bad from the Crusader special teams.
Great effort on both sides of the ball there during that return. Some pretty hard collisions there. Northeast coming out in their even set here. I'm sorry. Trips to our side. I missed the tight end there. I believe this is the first time they've run with a tight end.
Right, I see that. The throw made, and a great hit as well from number 35, Liam Barganski, a big hitter.
Nice play there. Nice tackle by Barganski. They Northeast ran a similar concept that you've seen St. Paul's run with the outside receiver running a slant, trying to get underneath. But Barganski is right there.
Also, we got brothers on the field right now, Liam and Lyndon Barganski. Maybe a little extra chemistry between those linebackers. So he drops back, throws one. Looks like it's caught for the first down from number 8, Taylor Watts, sorry.
Yeah, just an out route there. Didn't get enough width in the defensive backfield. Good throw and catch. Johnny Miles was right in the quarterback's face. Look for him to make a big play on this drive.
Yeah, Johnny Miles, a huge piece of this line. As the run is made, still yet to get tackled. Enough guys around him there. Looked like
Hayden Meyer stepped up, into the B gap there, made the tackle. Again, while we're speaking about multiple sport athletes, Hayden Meyer is a fantastic wrestler for the Crusaders and also a varsity baseball player. So 3-sport athlete for Hayden.
all MIAA wrestler He's super strong, can get some great stops at linebacker. Quarterback drops back, heaves one up. It looks like it's intercepted.
Jackson Anglo-Bartlett.
He has blockers, gets taken down at the opposing 45. Huge play from Angelo-Bartlett.
Great play, just playing safety there. Stepped up, took the ball away from the offensive player.
Yeah, I mean, looked like that throw was maybe just a foot too high and got his hands on it. He was also about one man away from having a huge gain. He had a bunch of blockers in front of him, tackled from the side. We got Lamar West back in at running back. Looks like Landon Blue and company. Andrew Cooper as well on the left side.
Cole Cantor in its slot. I don't think we've said his name yet today.
Super dangerous left side. Handoff to Lamar West. Finds about 8 or 9 yards. Great run play from the Crusaders.
Northeast calling a timeout here. I think it really is just to try and give their guys a breather. Northeast roster size is definitely smaller than St. Paul's. I'm guessing they have some guys going 2 ways. And I think their coach kind of feels the need to give their guys a break. This is St. Paul's chance to kind of pound that ball down the field, get up by 3 scores, and really take control of this game.
Yeah, with the heat out there, I mean, having a limited roster size is definitely going to hurt you as the game goes on. It's really just highlighting from this St. Paul's team, having such dangerous receivers in Cooper and Landon Blue, really frees up Lamar West on the run game.
So we're going to have second and about 2 from the Crusader 38. From the Northeast 38-yard line. Wouldn't be surprised if they still look to just pound it up the middle, but 2nd and 2 is actually a great time for a play-action pass. Worst case, you get an incompletion, and you got 3rd and short able to convert. So don't be surprised if Eli Livingston looks to take a shot here on this play.
It could just be Livingston drops back, finds the throw, completion. Can he stay in bounds? He's still going. And a touchdown for Landon Blue.
What incredible athleticism there from Landon Blue. Ran a great out route. Northeast was in a cover 1. Threw away from Landon, beat his man. We were able to throw it away from the safety. Incredible job catching the ball and keeping his feet in bounds, but then even more to keep his feet in bounds as he went down the sideline, broke a tackle, and outran the entire Northeast defense into the end zone to make it 20-0 St. Paul's.
Yeah, I mean, his yards after catch potential is crazy as he's such an explosive guy. He can turn and go super fast.
Absolutely. You think about St. Paul's playing Curley in 2 weeks, and Curley's going to see this tape and the outside threats that the St. Paul's offense has between Cooper on one side, Blue on the other, and that's not counting other guys like Jackson, Karan when he gets in there, Lamar, all sorts of athletes, all sorts of options to make plays downfield for the Crusaders.
Quinn Clark for his 3rd extra point of the day. Looks like he'll go 3 for 3 as the Crusaders take a convincing 21-0 lead with about 8 minutes in the second here. We see Noah Washington here on the special teams. Super small guy, but he's really quick, can definitely make a tackle or force a guy. Noah Washington, great on the basketball court, point guard for the JV team last year.
I saw him play some JV football games last year at quarterback, and he's quite the athlete. He was fun to watch. Again, just depth of athletes on this roster for St. Paul's is really awesome. I don't think it's something we've seen from this football team in years, and something Coach Keenan and the rest of the staff should be really excited about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of, at least a handful of sophomores on this team as well. Bright for the future as that man gets to about the 25, taken down.
Bryson Clark there busted through the line to chase him down, and Jackson Brown. Two guys making their impact on special teams. That's so important.
Looks like Northeast is going to be set just on the 25.
8 minutes left. It feels like this second quarter has been very long, and I'm sure Northeast is feeling that.
Yeah, man in motion. It's a fake to the running back. He gets stopped pretty swiftly there. It's like Rashad Jones, Hayden Myers, all of them getting in there for the stop.
Yeah, tried to run a counter there, fake it to the wide receiver, and then come back the other way. It just is too slow developing by how much Jones and Cunningham are dominating the interior of this line.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get something off pretty quick here before that line gets taken down. Drops all the way back. Can't quite get
Wheeler and Miles. Or sorry, not Miles.
Edwards.
Cole Edwards. Those are, my feelings go out to that quarterback because those are two very strong guys sandwiching you for a sack. Incredible effort from both of them, crashing down for the sack to put Northeast in a very tough position, 3rd and 20. Look for Cole Edwards to get right back in that quarterback's face on this play.
Yeah, 3rd and 20. You got 4 receivers out looking. And a flag for a false start.
These are the down and distances a defensive end dreams about. Doesn't have to worry about his gap or the run, just needs to go get the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty successful at that. Maybe not exactly just on the sacks, but putting pressure on the quarterback to maybe make some throws he wouldn't have.
Looks like a pretty soft cover 2 from St. Paul's.
Yeah, just don't need to let up anything big here. Quarterback scrambles out to the left side. A flag is down. He's going to get to the 20, breaks a tackle, forced out of bounds by Laster.
The flag in the offensive backfield, probably a hold. Yep.
Could explain why he got so far there on the scramble.
Definitely would have liked to make the tackle in the open field, though. May have been in a situation where you could have declined and just had them punt. But still, 3rd and about 40. Not quite 40. 35. Sorry. 3rd and 30 from the 5-yard line is a situation you can take as a defense.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're in big risk of a safety, to be honest. I think you just run the ball, get the ball down, and just take the punt rather than doing something you might regret here.
Yep.
A quick pass to the outside. It's dropped. Looks like Northeast is going to be punting from super deep in their territory.
And they were thinking just like you, Alton, there, just trying to get the ball out quickly, maybe gain a little bit of space for their punter. Did not want to try and throw the ball downfield and risk a safety or an interception.
Yeah, I mean, St. Paul's, when they're going to be starting at about the 50, maybe the 40 here, it's going to be a great chance to score with Lamar West deep on the punt return. Here it is. He gets it off. A super high punt. Doesn't go too far.
Look out.
Collected pretty quickly. Breaks a tackle. Only one man in his way. He's going to run it back. Landon Blue. Another huge play from the Crusaders. Really just looked like he broke one tackle and he was away.
Landon Blue's second special teams touchdown of the season, second touchdown in today's game. As soon as that ball went up and I saw him underneath there was a lot of space to our side of the field, and Landon made Northeast pay.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing with, looks like Lamar West super deep and Landon Blue just about halfway between them. And the short punt able to convert. We'll see Quinn Clark's fourth appearance. And it's good. 4 for 4. Great showing out of Quinn Clark. Really looks good for the future of this, or for the remainder of this season, sorry. Being able to convert those points really can make or break your game and maybe your season.
So we got 28-0, 6:10 left in the half. Looking over at the Northeast sideline, you can tell some heads are dropping. It's obviously a very humid day. They definitely were competing throughout the first quarter, but I think St. Paul's has scored maybe 3 touchdowns in the course of about 5 game minutes. Definitely dejected over there on the Northeast sideline, and I think St. Paul's is hoping to kick this ball deep and then get it right back again.
Looks like a pretty good kick. Lands at about the 13, caught, and he's still going. Down at about the 35. Great gain of yards there. Yeah, I mean, it's really threatening to run if you get past the defensive lineman, running in to Hayden Myers, Liam Bargansky, and Lyndon Bargansky in the secondary there. Really just denying any big plays so far.
Yeah, the Crusader defense has definitely been stout today, starting with their D-line. Again, Northeast going with a little tighter formation this time. Trips this side, but all tight.
Here's the snap. The pass can't get brought in by Ben Gonzalez on the right side there.
Landon Blue in the coverage there. No rest for him after the punt return. Get back out there and play some defensive back, buddy.
Yeah, another showing of that smaller roster size. Definitely starting to become a factor as we reach the heat of the day. Short pass and brought down. A great tackle by Bargansky, stopping him in his tracks. There's a flag down. It might be something about that tackle.
Yeah, I think he got a piece of the horse collar there. Got his hand in behind the shoulder pads there, which is a shame because he was in great position. He made a great play on the ball, and don't think there was anything intentional about that. His hand just got caught there as he wrapped the running back up.
Yeah, there will be an unfortunate loss of yards. The ball spotted at the 50-yard line. Northeast going to be breaking into the offensive half for what seems like the first time in a while.
Trips to the boundary.
Quarterback drops back, can't find anything, in the sack from Rashad Jones.
Rashad Jones just having a monster game today, mainly in the run. Glad that he got a chance to get a solo sack there and showcase his ability.
I mean, they're really just breaking down this line here. Northeast forced to do something, run a very quick play, or else their line just gets deteriorated and Crusaders can break through. 2 men on either side now. Man in motion behind the quarterback, and a flag down for a false start. On the Eagles there. Now a good 2nd and 20. Be a really tough conversion against this Crusader defense. We'll see what they bring.
Crusaders have been able to get pressure from just the defensive front four. They haven't had to blitz much. I think they'll continue to do that.
Looks like yet another false start. Something's up with the coordination of this Eagles offense.
Yeah, that was strange when the right guard for Northeast just kind of stood up. He didn't necessarily jump off the ball. It was strange.
I think there was some sort of miscommunication there. Down to 2nd and 25 yards now. You get the snap off this time. Quarterback finds number 15 on the slant.
Looks like they're going to give him the catch, but I thought the ball may have hit the ground. Still a short gain and still leads to a 3rd and almost double sticks.
Yeah, couldn't see too clearly up here in the press box, but they give him the completion. Not too big of a deal for the Cruzies. Still about 3rd and 19. The jumping pass to 15 yet again.
A little defensive stunt, D-line stunt there with, it looked like Jones and Miles almost got home.
Looks like they might be going for this on 4th and 15.
Down 28-0. They got nothing to lose.
You got Bryson Clark on the defensive back on this close side of the field. Quarterback drops back, finds some time, and a completion to number 11.
Disappointing result there for the Crusaders. Defense just kind of got caught ball watching there rather than getting to their zones. Give the Northeast quarterback credit there, making an athletic play, finding an open receiver. First down from the Crusader 40.
It really does suck for the Crusaders giving that conversion up. Looks like another dead play here.
Yeah, Northeast was not set there before the snap.
Yeah, some sort of coordination issues between the Eagles offense. Getting a lot of plays dead before they even start. Really didn't end up costing them last time, but putting them in this situation yet again. With 1st and 14, quarterback runs around to the right, forced to throw it out of bounds. Hayden Myers quick on his tail.
I don't know how that is not intentional grounding. Admittedly, I'm not totally sure the rule book, but it didn't reach the line of scrimmage. There was nobody in the area. I know he's outside the pocket, but I think that's an NFL rule. So I'll familiarize myself with the rule book a little bit more before my next time doing this.
Yes, a few minor inconsistencies with the rules between levels of football. We see Blake Ruocco, the only freshman on this team, checking in, hustling to the right side of that line.
Coming in at the end.
Number 8 in motion, 3 receivers on the right side. The run is stopped quick by Rashad Jones. I think a little assist from Blake there as well. Got some young guys on this lineman. Really looks good for the future of this team as well. Playing super good this game.
Northeast running backs and quarterbacks are going to have nightmares of Rashad Jones tonight. He's been all over the field, controlling the interior of the line.
Yeah, I mean, he's super motivated for this season, like I said earlier. Unable to play last season, but he's back and he's looking better than ever. Definitely ready for conference play. Sorry, the handoff taken down with minimal gain.
Interesting here, 3rd and 15. Coach Keenan calls a timeout after that stop, hoping to get the ball back here. There is something with high school football. 35 points, you get to what we call a running clock in the second half, where besides for kickoffs and kick returns, the clock just runs, which minimizes the amount of plays. It's basically the equivalent of a slaughter rule in other sports. Given the heat today, given the fact that it is a non-league game and the league season starts in 2 weeks, I think Coach Keenan would definitely love to see this game get to 35-0. Minimize plays, minimize any risk of injury, given the situation here. Not trying to run up the score or do anything unsportsmanlike, but just trying to get into a position that's best for his team.
Yeah, I mean, looks like about a minute 54. I presume this Eagles team might go for yet another 4th down.
Speaking of the heat here, there's actually the back referee is down on a knee. I'm sure it's related to the heat and humidity today. So we'll pause for a moment here in the game. A little scary, but I do think it is related to the heat. Hopefully get him plenty of water, maybe an ice pack on his back. It'll be interesting. Likely won't be able to continue the game. And then the refs just work a crew with a man down.
Yeah, I mean, definitely an underappreciated job as far as sports go. I mean, they're really all over the place, especially in football. There's so much to pay attention to. It's very mentally draining, especially in this heat. If you're a little dehydrated, starts to get really tough. I'm not surprised that it is an issue out here in the heat.
It's a great point, Alton. Being a football referee, the amount of rules you need to know, the amount of things you need to be able to see all at one time is really, really challenging. I will say that I probably am much more gracious here up in the booth talking about them than I ever was on the sideline as a coach. And let me just give a blanket apology to all referees out there for my time as a coach. So it looks like we're going to be looking at a 4th and 15 once we get back. Athletic Director Matt Hatton on the field here, probably trying to help the referee get off.
Yeah,
Did see another ref go to the parking lot. I'm not sure what that was for. Oh, yeah. It could be, we said heat attack. This could be related to asthma possibly, too. We don't know if the other referee went to go get his inhaler or something. Either way, my heart really goes out to this guy. We wish him well. He is getting into the cart on his own power, and hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah, Miss Cat working her usual magic as she does with that ref. Should be all right. He has his water, and they'll be on their way. And they'll resume play shortly here.
Again, the humidity today feels like a normal first week in September in Baltimore, but the last 3 weeks have not felt like normal end of August. So I think everybody here, players, referees, fans, bodies are not acclimated to this humidity right now.
For sure, we'll see what the Eagles bring now. I'm not surprised that their quarterback's coming out for another deep play. It
Okay.
succeeded last time.
Yes, very important that the DNs here keep the quarterback in the pocket, and important that the linebackers get to their drops. Looks like Crusaders are in two-man here.
Quarterback is contained to the pocket, scrambles to this left side, doesn't really have anything open, makes a man jump, and the completion to number 26. And a first down, another fourth down conversion given up by the Crusaders now.
Fantastic play by Kyle Bub Townsend, the Northeast quarterback. Got to give him a lot of credit. Both the play he made there and a couple of different plays he's made today. He's had Crusader defensive linemen in his grill all game, and he's still able to respond. But, oh, geez, missed that he did not get the first down.
Yeah, it looks like he was about half a yard short of the first down.
Okay, so the Crusaders with 1:40 left, 2 timeouts. Look for some hurry up here, or look for him just to see how far Eli can throw it while Andrew and Landon run down the field.
I wouldn't be too surprised. Lamar West runs a route of himself, looks quite open, catches, still up. Gain of about 25 there. Great route to find separation there for Lamar West.
Great job by Livingston to step up in the pocket there. West, actually, I think he ran from the slot there. Yeah, they got West in the slot and Kai Shaw at running back.
Drops back yet again. Livingston heaves one down. Narrowly dropped. Landon blew the intended target. Looked like a great play there till the very last second. A very tough over-the-shoulder catch there.
Yeah, great route by Blue. Had a step on his defender. Livingston hit him pretty well. Would have been a great catch. Just bobbled it a little bit going to the ground.
It looks like the Crusaders are just passing this drive.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some type of running back middle screen here. Northeast linebackers or linemen are going after the quarterback. Linebackers, defensive backs are bailing. Look for Kai Shaw for a running back middle screen.
Livingston drops back yet again. His pass, for the first time today, is knocked down before he gets it off. Great play from number 50 there for the Eagles to get through.
And Northeast able to just collapse the pocket there on Livingston. Finn Rensing into the game. Looks like West will go back to running back. Yep.
Here we see number 13, Finn Rensing, also a lacrosse player, one of the few sophomores on this team. On the same side as Andrew Cooper. Livingston tipped off of Lamar West, and it's intercepted. Huge bummer for the Crusaders there. Just the throw kind of in between two guys. Neither of them can find it. Livingston under some big pressure back there.
Yeah, looked like some pressure coming off of Livingston's blind side. I can't tell whether that was a setup screen or just West running to the flats, but something didn't work there. Kind of unlucky that it got intercepted because it got tipped by West and then kind of right into the stomach of a Northeast player. 1 minute here, I'm sure they'll look to score.
Quarterback heaves it to number 8, who's wide open, can't quite bring it in. A tough Tough catch there.
Wide receiver got behind number 82, Bryson Clark there. Definitely, I talked about this at kickoff, where the Crusader defensive backs, especially when they're in cover 3, make sure nobody gets behind them. What happened there, it looked like a wheel route where the outside receiver went in, inside receiver went out, and Bryson Clark just followed the outside receiver a little too long. Luckily, the throw wasn't there and it didn't hurt St. Paul's.
Yeah, it was definitely dangerous. There we'll see what the Eagles bring now. Looks like they're probably just going to try to find a deep pass again over the middle, dropped by number 11, hits him in the chest, an unlucky one there.
Again, a good throw by number 3, Kyle Bum-Townsend. Lots of respect for the game he's playing. As I said on the last possession in the 4th down play that they just missed converting, he is playing hard. He's making a lot of plays, even though he's got St. Paul's defenders in his face all game.
For sure, he really is making the most of what he's got here. And I've seen him throw some really good balls today. 3rd down now, need to convert. 4 receivers out, scrambling to the right side. Finds his man, number 26, taken down. A big hit from
Lyndon Bargansky.
Bargansky.
Great play.
The team is looking super electric right now. Lyndon being able to drop that big hit to deny too many yards.
Let's see if the Crusaders can finally get off the field on 4th down here. Interesting situation for Northeast, though, because they don't necessarily want to give the ball back to St. Paul's with 16 seconds and counting here. Not sure whether they'll even snap the ball. This game was closer. Coach Keenan might call a timeout.
11 seconds. The ball is snapped. Number 3, quarterback drops all the way back, scrambles to the right side, gets his completion. Number 26, he spins. A flag on the play as well as the clock ticks to 0 for this half.
Bargansky came up looking to make the same massive hit he made on the last play. Missed by just a half step and then reached out and grabbed and either got a face mask or a horse collar. Face mask. Really damaging. It's going to be 15 yards, and you can't end the half on a defensive penalty. So Northeast is actually going to have basically a shortened Hail Mary attempt from the 30 with no time left on the clock, the 31.
Yeah, probably a pretty predictable play. Get a whole bunch of receivers deep. Chuck one to the end zone with their one final play. Timeout called by the Eagles, I believe. They'll have one play, one shot at the end zone from the Cruzy's 31-yard line.
This is an interesting situation because usually, on a Hail Mary from the 45, 50-yard line, you have everybody backed up, heels on the end zone or heels in the end zone. On this situation, if you get sucked too far back into the end zone, it's close enough where you could hit a skinny post or kind of a comeback route right at the goal line. So you can't necessarily just everybody flood the end zone and wait for the ball to come up and react. You got to be cognizant of what routes the wide receivers are actually running. Where St. Paul's could be successful on this play, though, is if they can get pressure before the wide receivers can get down to the end zone.
Right. It'll kind of all be on the line because for the secondary, this is a really, really awkward yardage of a final play. Can't just, like you said, put the heels on the end zone. Actually have to play some sort of real coverage. We say Blake, Ruocco.
Rashad Jones sent off the field there. I don't know if that was a sub or like a mouthpiece violation or something, but
yeah, that might impact the pressure put just because of Rashad's pure size. Quarterback has some time. Johnny Miles
spying the quarterback.
The ball's thrown up. Will be caught but out of bounds. And that'll be halftime. Crusaders lead convincingly 28-0 over the Northeast Eagles as the teams take the locker rooms.
Teams walking slowly to the locker rooms, I'll tell you that. Definitely feeling the heat and humidity of this day.
And we'll be back after a short break for the second half. And we're back for the second half of St. Paul's versus Northeast varsity football. I'd also like to give a little shout out to all the soccer guys on their little DC road trip with a victory over Landon this morning, 2-0 for the final. Big success for them as they're looking to start their conference play very soon as well.
Yep, varsity soccer, the end of their non-conference slate today as they start the B conference after this week of consolving trips, junior retreat, freshman days on campus, and senior college visits. They'll start their conference play again and look to three-peat as B conference champions of varsity soccer. So congrats on the win over Landon.
Yeah, first game against Gilman in about 2 weeks' time, week and a half by now. That'll be the start of their, hopefully, three-peat. They've been really dominating. I know I went to the championship last season. It was super hype against Severn, I believe, but really strong soccer team again this year. A lot of young guys, as in sophomores, and some. There's a lot of talent on the soccer field. We'll see.
So as we come back, there's a 3-minute, what they call stretch period between the end of halftime and the start of play. Doesn't look like either team is stretching, though, to be honest. Pretty easy to get loose in this heat and humidity. Crusaders will get the ball, looking to extend their lead. If they do get to 35 points, they'll be able to get to running clock. It'll be interesting to see what reserves get some playing time in this second half. Again, especially once you get into conference play, so much of this team's success will be about their depth. And this is an important opportunity for guys who might not see the field 100% of the time to get in there and learn, work on their craft, and show the coaches what they can do.
Yeah, we'll definitely see probably some of those deeper guys in the receiving core and on the defense. See some plays here as the guys take the field with about 1:20 on the scoreboard.
Again, we talked about this at the beginning of the game, but Coach Keenan and the rest of the coaching staff just wants to see St. Paul's play their best game, regardless of score, regardless of opponent. Obviously, 28 points in a half and leading 28-0 is great. I do think there were some mistakes, though, that Coach Keenan will be able to point out in film this week and work to improve upon. I'm sure there were some things he spoke about at halftime that could have gone better in the first half. So look for those adjustments. First off, I'd love to see them just get the ball and score right away.
Crusaders have their signature Landon Blue and Lamar West deep for the kickoff. Looks like we're gonna see the kick in just a few seconds here.
Waiting on the clock to be set.
Here we are, and I think
Wouldn't be crazy to see an onside kick here, to be honest. If Northeast is trying to grab some momentum, make this a game. Just something I'm sure that the Crusaders are ready for.
yeah, it does look like it.
That's a live ball.
Recovered, but taken down quickly by Landon Blue. Looks like they'll be starting this drive at around the 20-27 here.
Looks like most of the starters coming out onto the field for St. Paul's, including Eli Livingston.
Yeah, we got Andrew Cooper out there, Angelo Bartlett, the go-to guys for the Crusaders. I think they might be trying to get this one more touchdown and then kind of lay off a little bit. 3 receivers on the right side. Snap in the handoff. Taken down is Kai Shaw. He fumbles. The ball is loose and it's recovered by the Eagles at the Crusaders 25.
Exactly what the Crusaders did not want there. Lamar West, what a senior leader he is. First guy to come over, tap Kai Shaw on the helmet, give him some words of encouragement before he goes out on the field for defense. That's the type of character we're looking for here at St. Paul's. Now look for the defense to pick up Kai and the offense and make a play here as we start 1st and 10 from Northeast from the Crusader 25-yard line.
Yeah, we have a really strong defense out in Laster, Blue, Lamar West, and Andrew Cooper in the secondary as well. The handoff.
And they fumble.
Would you look at that? Just a little miscommunication on the handoff. It's recovered by Bobby Cunningham, I believe.
Good for Bobby. Those big linemen don't get to touch the ball too much. He got the fumble recovery. One thing I actually thought about walking to the field that I didn't bring up earlier is when it's humid like this, the ball can get super slippery. It's in the center's hands that are super sweaty. It's in players' stomachs with their jerseys that are covered in sweat. Not quite like playing in a rainstorm, but it can be dangerous. It can be hard. Ball security can be hard in this weather.
Yeah, that might be the source of a few dropped passes on either side. Man in motion, doesn't look towards him. Pass over the top of the middle. Can't quite get found. It looked like Aiden Gilmer, maybe the intended target there.
Yeah, Aiden Gilmore and Angelo Bartlett ended up in the same spot. So it might have been a wrong route or wrong depth, but definitely when you're looking to spread the field like the Crusaders are with their offense, excuse me, no receivers should be in the same spot.
Right, we have 2 receivers on either side now. Another pass attempt potentially.
Northeast linebacker being sent off. Looks like there might be blood on his elbow or something.
Yeah, it's Michael Taylor, the junior. Here's the snap, handoff to West. Can't find much, a gain of about a yard or 2 maximum before he gets taken down. We got about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10 potentially for the Crusaders. Haven't seen many punts out of them today.
I was just thinking that. Karan Wheeler in the game at wide receiver.
We see the long snapper warming up as well, and Karsten Hiltner. Livingston drops back, airs one out to Wheeler. Wheeler can't quite find the catch. A flag down on the play as well.
Number 2, the Northeast cornerback, never turned around to see the ball. So Rayon Cooper looks like he'll get called for pass interference.
Yeah, he's kind of stunned at the call. The junior. A little bit of confusion, but Crusaders, or Wheeler was really close to coming down with that one off of the top of the helmet of Rayon Cooper. But it will be
called for pass interference, didn't see the flag, and started celebrating a little bit, which is interesting in a game that you're down 28-0.
Will be the automatic first down for the Crusaders. Kind of got bailed out a little bit there. We see Wheeler on this close side of the field alone with 3 strong receivers on the other side. Livingston looks for the screen pass, finds West. West spins, gets about 5 or 4 yards. A great pickup there. A great move from West.
Yeah, that's about as exciting or flashy of a 4.5-yard gain that you'll see. That was a great run after catch by Lamar. Again, they had some success earlier in the game with that little bubble screen. It all is about whether wide receivers are able to hold their blocks.
Looks like we got the stacked close side of the field. Livingston looking to the other side. Can't quite bring in the ball as Finn Rensing on the short pass there.
Finn Rensing in at running back. Basically run him on a little bubble screen there, hoping he can outrun the outside linebacker in space. Livingston just missed with the throw. I think it was there. I think there would have been a nice gain after that catch if Livingston would have been able to hit him. Not an easy throw, though. Looks easy because it's short, but you got to get it over the defensive end and drop it right in the basket of the running back.
For sure, definitely harder than it looks. About 3rd and 6 now for the Crusaders. The snap drops back, airs one out to West.
Did he catch that?
Unsure if he got his feet down.
So is the ref.
Looks like he's called out of bounds from the sideline referee. And an incomplete pass called. A great try from West there. It looks like he was super close to getting his feet down, and a really good throw from Livingston. But unfortunately, they will be resorting to the punt.
Yeah, Northeast came with an all-out blitz there. Lamar was running out from the slot. Livingston put it in a pretty good place, and it really was a great catch by Lamar, but just couldn't keep his feet in bounds.
We see Howdy Calhoun for one of his first times on the field today as the punter here.
Now there's only 10 people on the field, started with 9. Coach Keenan is not going to be happy here. They go to punt, and initially only 9 players go onto the field. A 10th goes on, and they're still short one.
Yeah, I saw Calhoun counting the players there. He was a little bit confused as well.
And this is stuff you run through all week. Usually you have about a 15 to 20-minute special teams time at each practice, and then especially the day before the game in pregame, where you basically just do a lot of sudden change. You'll have the defense on the field and say, okay, fumble, get the offense on the field, or okay, punt return, punt. It's all stuff you run through time and time again. And as I've said numerous times today, St. Paul's wants to play their best game today, and not having enough guys on the punt team is not their best game.
Yeah, that really is just a bad luck.
Won't hurt you in a non-league game where you're up 28-0, but we don't want those mistakes coming in crunch time during a league game. So it is good to make them now, learn from them, allow Coach Keenan to work with the guys and point things like that out, but definitely would rather not see it at all.
The snap's a little bit low. Calhoun finds it. Man catches it about the 25, still going to the 45. And a big gain there for the Eagles.
Calhoun made that punt and then raced down the field and tackled the guy in the middle of the field. That's an incredibly athletic play from him, but sure wish the return hadn't gone that long. Low snap, another good play by Calhoun to field it and get the punt off.
Yeah, looks like an interesting formation here out of the Eagles.
Yeah, first time we've seen 2 backs in the backfield.
most likely a handoff, and it is to number 7. He makes it through. Surprised nobody got a hit on him there. He just snuck through for about a gain of 14 yards. And a big play for the Eagles to inch towards the Crusader end zone.
Yeah, first play we've seen where the Northeast offensive line has won at the point of the attack against the St. Paul's defensive line.
And a fake handoff. Barganski's tracking him down. Can't quite make the tackle, knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 3. Looks like Landon Blue coming in.
Good job by Barganski to stay home there. They basically were running a boot off of the play that they had just run before.
Yeah, kind of baited the Crusaders into thinking it was the same thing. Instead, the quarterback takes it, and minimal damage done on the Crusaders' end. Split receivers now. Finds a deep pass to number 8. It's completed.
Not exactly sure where the breakdown was there. Coop was playing deep safety and came over there, but somebody didn't drop far enough back. And Northeast is really moving the ball for the first time all day.
Yeah, they're actually stringing together their good plays now.
Crusaders need a play here.
2 backs in the backfield now. Number 7 takes it yet again, gets stopped before he gets too far.
Cunningham and Jones plug in those A-gaps again. Great work by them. Look for that same play action rollout we saw earlier. Nope, straight back.
Quarterback scrambling to this right side, finds a short pass to number 11, and a great tackle made by Landon Blue to deny points, or at least delay the points is what it's looking like.
Setting up a 3rd down and about 1. Be interesting to see what Northeast does here because they have not had any success running it up the middle. Usually you'd think dive or quarterback sneak here, but they just haven't been able to get any push. So I'd keep it in number 3, the quarterback's hands here. Deep motion.
Man in motion, he finds him. Looks like he's going to get the first down here before he's taken down by Landon Blue. Correction,
Maybe not.
I'm not sure he did.
No, it looks like you almost lost about half a yard or zero or no gain. So now we got 4th and about half a yard.
They're probably just going to go for the end zone here. I mean, it can...
They're definitely going. I mean, down 28-0. There's no way you're kicking a field goal here.
Timeout called, I believe.
It's interesting. Every rollout that I can think of for Northeast has gone to the right, which obviously with a right-handed quarterback, that's what you're naturally doing. But these last few plays have all gone into the boundary, meaning that the ball's been on the hash, so there's much less room when you go right than if you were to roll to the open side of the field, away from the boundary, as we call it. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and use that space and get their athlete, number 3, Kyle Bub Townsend, in space trying to pick up this half a yard.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him scramble to this right side, leave the pocket to the right side. A lot of plays here, and just kind of runs out of space. He's kind of forced to make a pass that maybe is not favorable.
On any 4th down, the last thing you're saying to your defense during a timeout is watch the ball. Look out for a hard count here. Try to get the Crusaders to jump off sides and give Northeast a first down.
Northeast looking dangerous now in the red zone at about the 8-yard line. Here's the snap. Handoff to number 7. He breaks through, and I believe a touchdown for the Eagles for number 7. Ben Gonzalez, been in a really big, impactful player for the Eagles today, and just finds the break in the Crusaders for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was looked like a zone almost counter. It looked like they pinned down the defensive tackle, Jones, and gave him some space. Setting up here for the extra point. This is an old school play, swinging gate here, and I don't know. They don't have a kicking tee out there, so I don't think they're looking to kick the extra point. And now they do.
I'm not even sure what's going on right now, but...
So basically what they do, they set up that way, and if St. Paul's doesn't respond, they'll just snap the ball right to their quarterback and have him run it in the end zone. But St. Paul's was equal, so now they're going to try and kick. There you go.
Pretty sure that's Barganski getting a big piece of that one. Making himself big in front of that kick for the block.
Yeah. You know, Barganski, he's a kid I coached in middle school, has an incredible motor, an incredible effort. And to be honest with you, on a hot day like today, 28-6, it almost looked like every other player on that extra point was just standing around, going through the motions. And Barganski broke through, had a great block at that point after.
Yeah, I mean, Lyndon Barganski, first-year varsity guy, and definitely looking to make a statement, get his name out there in this conference. Still just a sophomore, has a lot of time to progress in this high school football career. But he's been looking really good today, making a lot of big plays.
Again, 6 minutes into this second half, a good drive there by Northeast. We'd like to see St. Paul's continue to stick with it and play their best game.
Kick is caught by West cleanly. Looks like he's going to have the
sideline.
outside here. Knocked out of bounds at about the 45. A great gain of yards. Looks like he just got away there. Couldn't find too many blockers down the road, but gets out to almost where they kicked it from. About 5-10 yards short of it.
Talked about Justice Smith's job with outside contain on the St. Paul's kickoff a few kickoffs ago. Northeast contain man did not hold the contain there. Lamar got to the outside and had a great run. I thought he was going to break it for a second, but a couple tacklers did have the angle on him.
Stack on this left side of the field. Handoff to West. West gets taken down.
I mentioned at the outset that Coach Keenan really wanted to see his offensive line improve on their run blocking today. They have had some success, but far too many 1 or 2 yard gains where, you know, they're really looking to get 4 or 5 yards a pop. And St. Paul's has had to rely on the throw, which is fine. We have wonderful athletes, and Eli Livingston is a guy with a great arm. But again, I think there's still work to be done, places to improve for this O-line and their run blocking.
Yeah, we got 2 receivers on either side now. Looks like might be going for a pass. 2nd and 10, a good time to do it. Landon Blue in motion, finds Wheeler for the first down, and some more.
It's actually Cooper on the slant there. Again, it's kind of been a theme here offensively. Isolate Andrew Cooper away from the trips, kind of get the safety looking the opposite way of him, and throw the ball up to him. Big body, fast, athletic. Again, him as a receiver is sometimes like he's going up for a rebound in basketball.
Yeah, big gain of yards. I mean, creates 1 or 2 yards of separation, and Great pass from Livingston. Looking dangerous now, just short of the red zone on the 21.
Speed sweep
Almost.
to Landon Blue.
Does find the outside, breaks a tackle, it looks like, for Landon Blue. Gets the quick play in motion there.
I'll tell you, I bet that is Eli Livingston's favorite play, because all he has to do is toss it 1 yard and he gets the pass yards in the stat book right there.
A little bit of unintentional stat padding, I think we'll go with. Looks like about 7 and 3. So yeah. Or whoa. 2nd and 3, sorry. Can't even speak.
5 minutes left in the third quarter here. Definitely want to see a Crusader touchdown.
Looks like a short handoff to West. He gets brought down by the leg.
Huge play here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, this will really, really a test for them to see. Haven't got any good points in a while. 3 receivers on this left side. And again, Cooper alone. And that's where Livingston's looking. The pass just didn't lead him enough, and it's intercepted. The man doesn't make it too far at about the 13-yard line, but that's another bummer of a drive for the Crusaders. Just didn't.
Great play there by Eric Scarborough on the pick. Livingston's pass to Cooper was a little bit behind. It definitely was a pattern they've gone to a number of times today. It just missed him, and Scarborough was able to step in and pick it off. So this game remains 28-6.
Yeah, definitely just a few drives in a row where Crusaders come up just short of that end zone. Really sucks to see it happen again, but we got the Eagles pinned super far deep. I mean, you gotta love the offense or the defense's chances here of making a play.
Handoff up the middle.
Lyndon Bargansky lays a good hit to stop too much damage.
Yeah, I've been saying the sophomore's name a lot today.
Second and 6 now. Maybe be looking at number 7 in the backfield to get a touch here. Quarterback drops back. Quick slant on the outside to number 11 is completed for minimal gain.
Yeah, little out pattern there. Looks like it's about to be 3rd and about 4. Call it 5.
I don't think their run has been consistent enough for them to try to go for it here.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking some rollout. Straight drop back. Karam Wheeler getting pressure.
And there's a flag down. I mean, number 7 breaks free. I don't think he even got the first down, but the flag on the play. A few men take an extended amount of time to get up.
Nice little dump off by Townsend there to try and keep the play alive, but offensive holding on Northeast will make it 3rd and 15.
I mean, it looked like a lot of pressure there from Cunningham, Jones, and Johnny Miles. Strong, and Wheeler as well. A really strong line out there right now. And they'll be about 3rd and 14 or 15 yards.
Crusaders are going to want a turnover here. Northeast with a timeout. I think that's their 2nd of the half.
This is definitely going to be a turning point play for the Crusaders here. I mean, they've been letting Northeast get away with some interesting fourth downs and a little bit of shenanigans. The defense has been letting up a little bit more than they would like.
Yeah, I surely don't want to be overly critical here. I know these guys are working hard and it's a hot day, and we got a very talented team. But I don't think the way they've played, especially in the second half, will make Coach Keenan and the rest of the staff very healthy. And I don't think the players, incredible senior leadership on this team, they hold themselves to a high standard. And I think they probably feel the same way, that if we want to accomplish what we want to accomplish this year, we got to be better. And no better time than right now to turn things around and finish this game strong.
Yeah.
Now, still up 22 points. I don't want to be overly critical, but I think St. Paul's can be better.
Yeah, some of this stuff, obviously can't deny the scoreboard, but some of this stuff definitely wouldn't fly against some of our conference opponents. A deep ball, I guess the intended target number 11, just overthrown by a good bit.
Again, good pressure by the St. Paul's defensive line, led by Karan Wheeler, Johnny Miles, Rashad Jones, and Blake Rucco.
Yeah,
and Bobby Cunningham, sorry.
We're going to see the punt squad out here for the first time in a while. They've really been going for these fourth downs, but all the way back here, just a little too risky.
Absolutely. Last punt, snap was a little bit high, and punter was forced to have to try and run for the first down. We also had a block on a PAT by Lyndon Bargansky. So look for a big play here from the Crusaders. I see Hayden Myers with his ears back coming off the edge.
Yeah, definitely be looking at him. Does get the punt off.
Wow.
Deep punt to Landon Blue. Caught it about the 50.
Great block.
He's
by
got
LJ
a blocker
West.
on the outside. Takes it to the 20, to the 10, and he'll bring it all the way back. Landon Blue with the 50-yard touchdown.
That was a fantastic run back by Landon Blue. Great field vision. Went right, cut it back. It actually was pretty funny. He cut it back, and there were 6 Crusaders on the left side with nobody left to block to just jog into the end zone with him. Want to shout out Lamar West on that play with the initial block of the gunner on the Northeast punt team. Without that block, Landon probably doesn't have the space he has. That is Landon Blue's third special teams touchdown in less than 7 quarters of football. That is pretty remarkable.
Quinn Clark gets the doink.
With the bank shot.
But 5 for 5 on the PATs today. But yeah, as you were saying, Landon Blue just super explosive on that return. I mean, gets his one block from Lamar West, and he hits the open road, gets in stride, and he's gone every time.
I hope Landon takes advantage of any time he gets the ball today in the punt game, because after tape gets out of the last 2 games, I'm not sure how many teams aren't going to be punting it straight out of bounds rather than give him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he sure is super dangerous here on the return anyway. We're going to see Austin Daniel and yet another kickoff. 2 men deep again at about the 15.
So Landon Blue, 3 touchdowns today, 2 punt returns, receiving touchdown.
It's like a pretty good kick from Daniel, caught around the 20 by number 4, runs into the back of his own man, gets taken down at around the 35, the 33. Crusaders were able to collapse on him pretty quick there.
Good gang tackling by the Crusader kickoff team there.
Another miscommunication. Not enough guys running on the field. We see Blake Ruocco getting a good bit of good bit of snaps here as the only freshman on this team. Number 1 in motion, gets the handoff, and a great tackle. The ball is loose. Don't think it could be recovered.
Oh, and rolls out of bounds just before number 7, Justice Laster, can gather it up.
But a great forced fumble from Rashad Jones, breaking through super quickly. Loss of 11 yards on the play.
Again, I've said his name a lot today, but Rashad Jones has had a fantastic game at D-tackle. One of the nicest kids you'll ever meet, but I'm sure he is no fun to go up against and try and block, and I'm sure that niceness gets turned off between the lines.
Yeah, he's really just hunting for any guy with the ball today.
Pick it off.
Intercepted by Barganski. He might get to the end zone.
Get in there, Lyndon.
And he does. A pick 6 for Barganski, the sophomore. Great play. He's going to be ecstatic about that one.
Lyndon Barganski with the exclamation point to what has been a fantastic day for him. Stepping in to start for the injured Will Cole and has made play after play for this St. Paul's Crusader defense. That's a pick 6 for him, add a blocked PAT, and a number of big hits and tackles. Making older brother Liam proud.
Yeah, he's definitely making a name for himself this game. We see Quinn Clark, his 6th of the day. Don't want to jinx it, but he is 5 for 5. That one's as clean as could be. 6 for 6, looking automatic today as the Crusaders get up to 42 points.
42-6. We're now at running clock. Interesting to see what Coach Keenan and the coaching staff does with the depth chart on the next series. We might see some guys get in. Now, the reality is there's great numbers in the football program this year, but the varsity roster isn't huge. A lot of guys who might be second or third string on the varsity actually play with the JV and might get called up for an injury. So there really isn't a whole, second, third unit that you can put out there, but there definitely will be some guys who don't tend to play a ton in a regular game getting some time in this fourth quarter.
Austin Daniel has been pretty consistent from the spot so far. Low, but the bounce is red, picked up at the 20. Man gets about to the 40 before he gets taken down. Good 20-yard gain, tackled by Washington, it looks like.
Colby Tazewell on that return. Give him a lot of credit. That was a hard run. Team's down 36 points to take it into the teeth of the kickoff there for a good run.
For sure, I mean, the returns have been pretty consistent at about 20 yards. I mean, I definitely write them down. Definitely good for 15 yards in almost every return. Setting himself up well.
So we're at the end of the third quarter here.
This running clock will speed up this fourth quarter as well.
Alton, I got here late, so I don't know the whole crew here, but could we take this moment to shout out some of the people kind of behind the scenes on the cameras and production crew?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be, obviously you're listening to us talk, but none of this would be possible without our main cameraman, Gilmore, on the primary camera, Jack Galletti directing, and our two guys down on the field as well with our secondary cameras. Really got to thank the team for making this all possible. Mr. Byers, obviously the mastermind of it all.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this fourth quarter and hopefully getting to pair up with you for some other games down the road.
For sure. I mean, obviously, a lot to cheer about today. We'll see how the Crusaders do in conference play. Hopefully, pretty well. We see Bryson Clark
In here, corner, opposite Laster, Lamar West, and Jackson Anglo Bartlett at safety.
pass over the middle to number 7. Gets a good gain, about 18 yards.
Again, Kyle Bub Townsend, got to give him a lot of credit. Standing in there, Hayden Myers was on the blitz in the middle of the field there, went through the A-gap and was right in his face as he let that ball go and threw a strike to the wide receiver. It's an interesting formation. It's actually quads this way. We haven't seen this all game. Look for a quick screen to number 1.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's shaping up to be that. It's kind of a fake pass over the middle to number 11, brought down.
Yeah, they actually faked the screen and then threw a little bit of a button hook to number 11. Interesting if we see this formation again. They got to have some trickery off of it. Definitely just getting down to desperation time, trying to move the clock. Now, I'm trying to move the ball. If Northeast scores, we are no longer in the running clock.
Drops back again, scrambles to this left side. Not a lot of space. One missed tackle as he runs out of bounds after the first down.
Cole Edwards at the right defensive end, who's played a heck of a game, made a lot of plays, just got sucked in a little bit on that one and didn't contain. Karan Wheeler coming off the field here. I don't think it's an injury. I think it's just some cramping.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Looks like he got taken out by the. Didn't see who it was. I think it was maybe Edwards going for the tackle. Number 3 drops back, pass just overthrown to number 15. Looks like he had a step or two on Bryson Clark. Can't quite convert. About 9.5 minutes now remaining in this fourth quarter. See Northeast looking a little bit dangerous around the 29-yard line. Definitely been more consistently breaking in to the offensive half. Shovel pass to number 1. Breaks through the middle, maybe about a gain of 2 yards before taken down.
Another tackle by Rashad Jones. I don't know if they'd show it with a 42-6 game, but that deep motion and deep toss lends itself sometimes to a nice trick play off of it where a halfback pass. Again, this quads to the right. This is interesting to not see it all game and then pull it out when you're down 36 points.
Yeah, it is strange. Quarterback's definitely going to be looking that way. Just over the middle, number 7 drops. I think partially due to that hit from Barganski, maybe. It was Hayden Myers, I believe, actually.
Yeah, I got caught in the middle. It might have been Liam Barganski or Hayden Myers. Both of them kind of converged very quickly. Feel good about those two guys at middle linebacker for your team.
Yeah, 2 super strong, built guys that can definitely lay a hit.
I remember when the Barganskis came to tour St. Paul's, and Liam was asking me all questions about what our defense was, the upper school. That's before he was even a student here.
I mean, he's a linebacker through and through. Drop back yet again, looking at the same side. Looks like a pass interference is going to be called.
I don't love that call. I think Laster had a hand on his hip, but they really kind of just got their feet tangled up.
Yeah, it looks like.
You know, ref down the field called the flag, but actually the ref on the sideline, the side judge, threw it first. So maybe he did grab some jersey before they got tangled up.
Yeah, couldn't see too clearly from up here, but
It was one of those where you saw guys hitting the ground and you knew that the flag was coming.
for sure the Eagles are going to get a bunch of yards here and a first down automatically, putting them into the red zone at around the 12-yard line. Two men on either side now. Quarterback drops back, finds the quick pass, caught by number 1, spins, gets taken down.
Again by Barganski.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 3.
Northeast can still get a first down.
Solo man on the left side of the field. Number 15 up against Bryson Clark. Handoff to number 1. Doesn't make it too far. Taken down from a big hit from number 35, Liam Barganski yet again. The brother duo in that secondary is doing a great job at containing everything today, to be honest.
That was a great scrape and fill technique by Liam Barganski. Went right along the line, committed to the hole, and made a great tackle.
Third and 4 now. The pass finds the outside man, number 1. Looks like he squeaks into the end zone for a touchdown now.
Jake Merzeski on the touchdown there. Again, just like I've been singing Kyle Bub Townsend's praises for his toughness today. Merzeski, the main guy carrying the football for Northeast, has gotten hit around pretty well today. And, you know, for him to keep fighting even when this game is out of reach really is impressive.
He's definitely been one of the go-to guys for the Eagles here. Got a whole lot of targets on the day. Looks like the 2-point attempt here from the Eagles. Drops straight back, finds his man over the middle. Looks like somebody got a little hand on it.
I think that was deflected by Bobby Cunningham. Bobby's waving his hand around so everybody can see that it was him who deflected the ball.
Yeah, great defensive play denying the points here. Crusaders will get it back with 5:19 to play in the fourth quarter here. No more running clock, however. This line has really got to be gassed from all of the snaps they've got today, the hard work they've been putting in. Everybody's got to yell at Myers to get in his spot there. I heard about 14 people yell for his name. Again, we see Landon Blue and Lamar West deep for the kickoff.
During my time as a varsity assistant, I was the head set up in the booth, and one of my major responsibilities was to count the number of people for every special team. So Coach Paul Bernsdorf, Coach Dave Dolch, I used to get yelled at if guys didn't get out on the field.
Kick doesn't make it too far. Lamar West gets his outside. No blockers. Looks like he's going to be taken down around the 51. Another great return. Super consistent from both of those guys, Landon Blue and Lamar West, on it. All the returns today.
Yeah, great. In general, great special teams play from St. Paul's, especially in their return game. Coming in at quarterback is number 19, Sage Gordon.
Yeah, starting
Looks like Livingston will be done for the day.
JV quarterback from last year. I know he's been doing a lot of training in this offseason, Sage Gordon. Also a phenomenal golfer. It looks like he's going to be on the varsity team this spring, but let's see what he can do at quarterback. Looks like a little miscommunication, and he's got to just take the fall, a loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, snap was a little bit low there. I do want to shout out Dean Spite, the center for St. Paul's. I mentioned earlier, on a hot day like today, it can be really hard to grip the ball. And that's the closest to a bad snap we've had this entire game. So great work by him as well as the rest of the offensive linemen.
Yeah, Dean, I mean, he's a big guy. He's a great blocker, and can't undermine the consistency of snaps. If that's his worst snap of the day, he's had a pretty darn good day. Stacked receivers on the right side now. Handoff to Shaw. Shaw breaks through one line of people, gets taken down. Gain of about 4 yards. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 9 here for the Crusaders.
Senior Jackson Brown in for Kai Shaw at running back.
Gordon gets the play call. I'm curious to see. Definitely got to be a pass, not consistent enough running the ball.
Wouldn't be surprised to see some type of screen, something easy for Sage here. Also may stick on the ground just to keep the clock running. Yep.
We have Ryan Graham on this close side receiver. Handoff to Brown, and he'll go down with minimal gain. Looks like.
Not sure what you do here. Whether you punt it or just try and get the first down, run out the clock.
Looks like they are.
Looks like they're
punt
punting.
it. Yeah, 3 minutes to play. Just looking to get this one done.
But here's the thing. Again, got 9 guys on the punt team right now. This is when I'd start to get yelled at when I was a coach.
Clark and Shaw get back out there. Second time, that's a little bit of a miscommunication again.
And they have to waste a timeout. Now, a delayed game wouldn't have been the worst thing there, just take up every second possible.
Yeah.
High school punter's not going to bomb it into the end zone from the 50-yard line, but
Yeah, Coach Keenan definitely not happy with his guys. With the amount of mishaps that's happened on what's normally a pretty good special teams unit.
I do really think now, knock on wood, making sure we stay healthy through these last 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I do think this is a really good non-conference game for the Crusaders. Some really awesome performances to build on, but plenty of mistakes as well to put in front of the guys in the tape session on Monday and say, look, guys, these are things we can't do if we want to be successful when the competition gets better.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have a lot of reflection after this game. A big punt comes out, caught by number 1. He's still going to the 30, just about. Gain of about 20 from where he caught it. And
Again, Jake Marzeski, I hope I'm saying his name right, because he deserves a lot of credit for how hard he's played today.
for sure, I mean, very well could be the last drive for this Eagles team. About 2:20 on the clock. Another miscommunication with the lineman this time. See Blake Rocco get out there.
Bobby Cunningham lined up at D end here.
Looks like it's a handoff to number 7 yet again. Laster brings him down. Gain of about 9, it looks like. Wouldn't be surprised if it's another run play here. With 2nd and 2. Would probably be a good time to get a shot down the field with a minute 57 and counting on the clock.
Yeah, Northeast might be thinking similarly to us, though, that, you know, this has been a good game for things to build on. Let's try and get out of here healthy.
Yeah, a handoff to number 7 doesn't make it far at all before gets collapsed on by Johnny Miles, Edwards, Jones, and Cunningham there.
Third and 5 here. 1 minute and 20 running.
Quarterback drops back, jumps, and the pass looks like he has really nothing to go to there with Edwards and Jones collapsing on him. Just has to get the ball out of his hands.
Cole Edwards helping him up from the ground there. Good sign of sportsmanship. I'm sure number 3, Kyle Bub Townsend, has gained the respect of the St. Paul's players as much as he has the two of us.
I mean, it looks like they're gonna. I mean, a minute 6 on the clock.
Might as well.
They're gonna throw it here. 4th and 4.
And a false start.
And a false start. Really just not many of those today, but the ones that they do get are in times where they really don't need them, and it's hurting some of their chances here. A handoff yet again to number 7. Takes a big hit from Lyndon Bargansky again, laying the boomstick on number 7.
We don't keep any live stats up here, but I would guess that Lyndon's got at least 7 or 8 tackles to go along with his pick 6, to go along with his blocked PAT. Been saying his name a lot. Wonder if him and his brother are going to watch the film tonight and count who has more tackles.
Definitely a close competition there. We wouldn't normally have a handful of stats to give you guys, but Saturday, I mean, a little bit
short-staffed.
Yeah. Crusaders starting with the ball on the 33. It's like a great chance to score if they want to, but
I think they'll just take 2 knees here.
I wouldn't be surprised. A minute.
Call it a day.
A minute to go, and it's overall a pretty good game from the Crusaders. I mean, obviously, you can't diminish the 42-12 scoreboard, but definitely still a lot to reflect on.
Yeah,
a far from perfect game is what I should say.
Absolutely. A lot to work on. The Crusaders will practice Monday and Tuesday before everybody leaves for their trips. I wish all the students and faculty going off campus and around well. And then they'll come back for a full week of practice before we see Curly on 2 Live Field 2 weeks from yesterday. Congratulations to the Crusaders. Alton, this was a pleasure. First time I've ever done this. It was a lot of fun, so thank you for your support.
Of course, thank you too. I mean, my first time on a football game as well, but as the teams line up for the handshake, Crusaders take the win 42-12. Again, I'm Alton Bowser here